Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
You see Aatrox, long time no see here for Keen in the top lane, an old favorite. And this draft has felt like pretty frantic. If you look at the way the bans look, even.
Either way, here comes Pioshik looking at. Okay, well, that's not how you hop over the wall.
No.
Oh, he's gonna get it though. He's gonna get the hop as well. He gets over the wall here, and now Dread might just die. He has to flash away. And Nimbus Cloak might just save his life, but nope, you're up against a Kindred, and he gives the stack with the kill. Late's essentially for free. I mean, just the way that lane has been going. Bao gonna pick up another plate there. Kingen just fine, keeping up in the top side against Keen. That's really all you could ask against a player like that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, kind of keeping things even for now. As, okay, we're going to get the big play with the cask, but little does he know that Dread is here just waiting to throw out that collateral damage. Not going to do so.
Very.
Push him out of the lane.
Yeah, very much, I think, just a little bit too low on the damage to actually secure the kill, but they are looking for these plates here right before the 14-minute mark.
Guys, the Kindred is insanely fast. You got to be careful. As down goes the Lamb's Respite, though. As that was a little bit too early. Still going to go down as Solka coming in, and now there's that play you were looking for from the side of Becca. They're trying to do some damage here to Keen, and they will eventually take him out as Fly not going to land his abilities there right at the end, and so Solka will be just fine. A very in and out, actually baiting the Kindred into a wonky spot.
You know,
and able to pick up that kill.
An interesting build here for Dread, by the way, on this Graves. He's not actually going for the Gale Force. The big question is really, I mean, Rift Herald got taken essentially for free. The question becomes, where does DRX make their next move? Okay, here we see turret being committed to, teleports in, and they just still can't get it. They can't get it.
Yeah, you know, just trying to chip it away, trying to do their best, throwing out some ultimates there with Solka. But at the end of the day,
a lot,
you know, looks like we're having a little bit of a K-Ram here as we have the, the Cloud Drake coming in. Looks like both teams really want to get in here, but Flying actually in an awkward spot there, forced to flash away King, and that was a little bit interesting as Keen has the massive flank coming in here from behind. Can he get any support? He's going to have a lot of health, at least. A nice cask forces the flash away, and Becca's going to get sniped on the top side of the map as he was kind of left all by his lonesome as everybody was dealing with the Aatrox. So the pick comes in, and Afreeca should be able to take the Drake.
And for what? What was the objective? What was the idea there? Vision control on the Drake is the, you know, is the biggest win they could have hoped for DRX, but a fairly unnecessary fight and engage without vision on where that Aatrox was. Keen gets a big flank. The charm is good for Lehens as well. Trying to prevent that second charge. Take victories where you can. It feels like that's my catchphrase for today. But it's the free Drake here after the fight.
Unless. Okay.
I'm just gonna have to, he's like, I'm just gonna have to stop you there. Dread's like, I haven't done any damage to champions. However, Fly is gonna get out of here, it looks like.
Oh, they're diving. They're looking for this. They get the slow. They're trying to pull out that damage that Solka just barely is going to survive as the last shot comes in here from Pio.
Rotation actually for the entirety of the Afreeca Freecs to look for this Infernal Drake that is going to put them just one step closer to the soul. Not going to get the root, but look for the charm.
Whoa, that is really big. They're going to get that kill onto Lehens immediately. We still have Lamb's Respite here, so they can just fight front to back. A huge engage from Becca making the big play. This time around, Keen is unbelievably tanky. Nice follow-up from King, and then finally we have the Kaisa entering the fight, doing that damage in the backline. Going to be able to take down everybody. Fly does get the kill eventually onto Pioshik, but that is it. That is the only thing that Afreeca get in this fight, and DRX take a big one and move towards the back.
You and I talked about it off broadcast, you know. I said, I wonder why we just don't see Seraphine as much, because it seems really impressive, seems like a great support, great team fighting, and your response, which was the truest and most honest, you know, answer you could give for especially the situation is, well, she's very squishy, right? And in this situation, when Lehens looks for the engage, he doesn't hit the root and just commits to the charm, and it's just blown up instantly. The rest of Afreeca Freecs don't have a way to really force the issue, especially with Lamb's Respite. We're starting to see the first signs of potentially the base being broken into for Afreeca, maybe putting some pressure on the inhibitors. Pyosik looking for a little bit of pressure here on Keen. He's going to back away. Ooh.
Yeah, gotta be careful about shockwaving the Zoe that pops forward. you wanna try to aim it at the back side of that one, but Pyosik having some fun as well, just hanging over the side of the wall, takes a huge beating to the face.
I mean,
from the Zoe.
It's a really low cooldown. You can see it's almost already halfway back available, but this unfortunately doesn't have it for this next bit. And there's only a minute left of the Baron buff, so looks like Afreeca, barring a huge mistake here, should keep all their inhibitors alive, as well as their inhibitor turrets here, which really could have been a huge way for DRX to push this lead forward.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, they still have the Baron buff. They're pushing pretty hard into the mid.
They're not giving it up, yeah. They're just going to keep pushing.
You know, yeah, it's not a very strong push, as their siege is okay with the Orianna, mainly, and I suppose the Kindred. But other than that, you got a couple of beefy boys that are melee, and the Kai'Sa is pretty low range, so they're more so of a hard engage comp, if you will, getting the Kai'Sa into the backline. And speaking of which, we do have the cast coming out here, but not amounting to a fight. They're just going to take down the turret and maneuver over to the mid lane here. They want to use the last seconds, literally, of their Baron buff to try to get any kind of value from this. Certainly, you know, fulfilling that role here in this game.
They know he's there.
And they realize, yeah, he was clearing a ward in the pit, and they saw him dash over the wall, so they're like, okay, sure, we'll just push down mid. We have this wave coming in, and thank you very much.
All DRX have to do is use this Kindred range and siege these inhibitors and never take a fight on Afreeca's terms, and then eventually the map belongs to them. Oh. This is the last risky place they'll be.
Oh, they get the charm on the Kindred! Can they burn him down? No, they can't quite get the kill. And they're going to look to turn this one around. Becca in the front line just gets burst to smithereens. I'm not sure about that play. Going full-on Rambo mode into the back line. And now everybody on the side of DRX is just on the run. Remember Solka, we were talking about him. He's super fed. He's going to have some free damage here on the escape. King, and with some fancy feet there. Going to be able to get
either way, but he's just going to rush it down so fast. And finally, they're able to do something than just stare at this Baron and clear wards.
Yeah, Marco's on the Baron, so there's that. They're going to set their sights on that now. I mean, we saw the damage before, so it's just like anytime they feel like they have any chance. King, and that was a pretty interesting body slam over the wall, but he had his team right there ready to support him. As Keen, once again, you know, looking for those plays.
He's caught!
Really nice cask, and can they actually burst him down? They're going to get the Guardian Angel out of him immediately. Before this fight even begins, there's the body slam, and there goes down Keen.
There's no way to fight
massive pick-off here for DRX.
There's no way for Afreeca Freecs to fight this anymore. There's just no way. Bao is extremely confident to go ahead and Killer Instinct in. He wants to end this game right now. They don't even want to fight the Baron. They are pushing this in super hard. Fly shows himself in top lane. Without the damage of Keen, without the knockups that he has, there's just no way to poke this with the wave that's here. DRX are going to try to push to end this series.
Yeah, and they might just be able to do it. I mean, they have the waves coming in here. As you mentioned, no Baron, but they have so much range and potential with this Kindred, just using King in the front line. A massive shockwave. They're going to get the kill on the enemy jungler, and now they have their sights set on this Nexus.
They want to stick the landing here. Curtain calls out temporarily. King in.
He does it again. A really nice engage here once again. And now Bao looking for the kill onto Bang. Not going to get it, but they get the rest of it. And it looks like DRX have actually done it here in 3 games. Down to 39 minutes in the last one. They finally take down that Nexus. And a pretty huge performance from the side of DRX to take that one.
DRX showcasing that there is absolutely some potential in this roster of rookies. With their lack of experience, they still stay calm.